Hello and welcome back to the dinner table on this Super Bowl Sunday. We're all in different locations today. I'm in Madison, Cam's in Milwaukee, and Chloe is in South Bend, right? What's going on?
Yeah.
You're at like a breakfast place right now?
Yeah. I like couldn't be more awkward. I'm like on my little mic with the dinner table, trying to like get us out there, get a sponsor. But no, yeah, I'm here visiting Liza Carlin. I'm going to see Notre Dame play Cal today, which will be so exciting. It's a sold out crowd. It's going to be so much fun. But Liza is one of my really good friends, and we went to her practice yesterday. Met
Hmm.
Coach Ivy, met a ton of the different coaches. Saw Hannah at All Go practice and Olivia Miles. So it's been really cool. I'm excited.
That's awesome. They let you in practice.
Yeah, she was so cool about it. Coach Ivy's like, you talk to her like she's kind of like your friend. Like she was just very, very chill and loves when people come and watch.
Really?
Liza
Yeah.
said that Liza said that like Kim Mulkey's come to one of their practices before.
Nice.
Like just, yeah, it's cool.
That's fun.
Mhm.
What's up with you, Cam?
Not much. Looking forward to the Super Bowl today.
What are you guys doing for it?
We're gonna go over to Anders and Sarah's place for it.
Okay, fun. What are you doing,
Yeah.
Chloe?
I'm gonna stay here. Three of my friends are leaving. They're gonna go back, but I'm gonna stay here with Liza. We're gonna watch it together, and then I'm gonna stay the rest of the night in South Bend, Indiana.
Nice. We're Jake and I are watching it together. We were talking about it. We're like, well, okay. First of all, we were not invited to a Super Bowl party, so we didn't have an option. We
And
were
then you
talking.
convinced let me see where you're going from here. You convinced yourself that it's just better to watch it
It
by
is.
yourselves.
We said like we would prefer always to watch Super Bowl by ourselves, but I guess that's I'm saying this. Like we didn't have an option this year. We don't have any friends here in Madison, but anyways, um, but it is nice to watch it alone because you can like focus on all the commercials and everything that's being said. So actually, I'm kind of excited just to like sit down and be locked in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
that'll be super fun with nobody there.
You're just gonna be so excited for you. Who do you want, Carly? Eagles or Chiefs?
I was thinking about this really hard yesterday, and I want the Chiefs.
Okay.
What
What
about
you
you guys?
want them or you think they're gonna win?
I want them to win.
But
Why?
last week on the podcast, you guys were all like, "Yeah, Chloe wants the Chiefs, but no one else in the world wants them."
Well,
What changed your mind?
that was against the Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't really like the Eagles that much. Like nothing's really getting me to like root for them. I kind of want to see the Chiefs three-peat and like, gosh, there's just something in me still that just wants to see Taylor on the field. I'm sorry, I gotta admit it.
Did you see that it's plus 750 for a Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift engagement after the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, let me just say one thing. These Super Bowl questions to Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes about like, have you seen these reporters asking them these
Yes.
like stupid, stupid questions? And one of them was like if he's gonna propose after the game and stuff, and
Or
like
at halftime.
yeah, at halftime, yeah, and then
At halftime.
To Patrick Mahomes, the girl's like, "Who's your favorite ref?" I'm like, who allowed these people into this like into New Orleans to ask these questions? It's wild. During the season, you can't ask anything like that. Like they stop you. You would never be allowed back if you asked like a player that. And I'm just shocked. Like these players, it's like Super Bowl week and they have to answer to these like questions. Patrick Mahomes, like, who's your favorite ref? He's like, that's rude.
It's just
They're
the
they're getting a
weirdest
little
thing.
they're getting a little loose with the credentials.
Yeah.
Yeah, letting anyone in. But did the Toast podcast, which shout out to
Hmm.
Toast, 'cause it's a great podcast. They picked him as their weenie of the week.
Oh,
You saw
good.
that?
No, I didn't get to that part, but I'm glad they are the weenies.
So Cameron, every Friday they do Queenie and Weenie of the week,
Yeah,
and their Weenie of the week was the press to Travis Kelce. So
really.
Yeah.
thought it was good. Yeah,
They're asking all about Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
just
they
like
asked,
weird
do you
questions.
do you like diamonds? Like just like they weren't even asking like specific things. They're like, do you like to purchase diamonds? He's like, I like them in my Super Bowl ring. Like, please, I'm trying to prepare for a game here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So,
That's a good
uh,
answer, actually.
yeah. All right. So let's get into our episode. On today's episodes, we're gonna break down the Super Bowl. We're gonna do our pick and pop three, which is our top three bets for the day. We're also going to talk about the Khris Middleton trade and any other trades in the NBA that happened over this week. And we're going to talk about this unrivaled league, this one-on-one tournament coming up that Chloe's excited to break down. So that's coming up right now on the episode. All right. So Super Bowl today. Cam, let's hear it. What do you think? Like, Gibbard is going to be kind of like the deciding factor in today's game.
Yeah. Well, first off, I think it's going to be a great game. We've had some good close Super Bowls recently, and obviously the Chiefs have been in a bunch of them. I think that the Eagles' offensive and defensive line, and we've talked about it a lot on this podcast, is going to be a big time. It's going to be tough for the Kansas City Chiefs to go against, but I also think that people are a little bit underestimating the Chiefs defense. I think the talk all week has been with how good the Eagles defense is, and I think the Chiefs and Spags will be maybe
Dial it up.
they're going to dial it up, and when they get more than a week preparation to prepare for a game, they're normally really good. So I am going with the Chiefs today. Personally, I'm picking them. I think
Hmm.
they're going to win. I also kind of want them to win too, but I think they're going to get it done just for three-peat purposes, and also I think their coaching staff above else is just the best in the league.
Okay. A lot of talk about Jalen Hurts today, like really having to, he hasn't turned the ball over the entire time in the playoffs, which is really impressive. So he's got to keep that up, but I think he's got to do more. I mean, I know everyone's expecting Saquon Barkley to do Saquon Barkley things, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Jalen today.
Yeah, that's really the key. I think obviously the run game with the Eagles is phenomenal. And one thing the Chiefs do really well is stop the run. So I'm expecting the Chiefs to load up the box today. They have great cornerbacks too, so their willingness to put them on islands and let them play in single coverage is going to be key today. They blitz a lot, the Chiefs do, and they blitz in unexpected situations. So I think they're going to try to put a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts. I think they're going to load the box up. They're going to try to make him a passer. One of my
Yep.
props, and we'll get into this later, is going to be I won't say it now actually, but it's going to be in part to that. So I think they're going to really load the box up. They're not going to let Saquon Barkley beat them with the run today. Would be my expectation. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but having Chris Jones in the middle and the
Hmm.
defense that they have, I think they will be able to hold Saquon Barkley under his number.
Yeah. I think another thing is the Eagles just having to get up like a couple scores early, like in the first half, because if it comes down to it, the Chiefs are going to win. They
Yeah.
just find a way to have the ball in their hands at the end of the game, and Patrick Mahomes always makes it happen. So I think the Eagles building like a couple score lead cushion a little bit early on would help them if they could jump on them
Oh, that would
early.
help them a lot. Yeah, the Chiefs have been down actually
Yep.
in their Super Bowl wins at halftime, and I didn't even realize that until I just heard that this week.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be like the X factor? Like if they get a couple scores or a couple extra
Mhm.
yards, like is that gonna be a difference maker?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Chiefs running backs, and I'm saying that plural with Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. I think they're going to feed those two heavily. Like I mentioned, everyone's focused on the Eagles running game. I think the Chiefs are really going to try to run the ball today, and because nobody's done it against the Eagles, the Eagles' defensive line has been phenomenal and basically shut down teams' running ability. I think the Chiefs are going to try to do it in different ways, maybe running to the outside a little bit more and getting Pacheco's speed involved. He's now back fully healthy. He's had a week to kind of, you know, obviously get a little healthier from his injury that he returned from too. And I think he's going to return to form like how he was last season.
Another thing is there are two star linebackers that are both former Badgers on both sides of the ball. Leo Chanel for the Chiefs and then Zach Bond for the Eagles. That like it's incredible that they're both former Badgers because they both are could totally be X factors in today's game. Leo Chanel, he's only been in the league. This is his third season and he could win his third ring. Like talk about
A winner.
yeah, a winner, but also just talk about a like a
How,
your
yeah,
rookie seasons in the NFL, you might get three championship rings. Like the expectation moving forward for him is
seriously.
like, yeah. But
It's
I think for
amazing.
both of them,
It's amazing how good that Wisconsin defense was.
yeah, under Jim Leonard, I know
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
I played
But
against
Zach,
Zach Bond.
really?
Yeah, he was I played
How'd you
against
do?
him in basketball
Oh, okay.
when he was at Brown Deer,
Yeah,
and he was just like a freak athlete. I mean,
really.
I remember hearing about how good he was in football, and I didn't really realize the basketball player he was, but the guy was just dunking everything. He caught a lob off the backboard literally in our game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was
That's
a
crazy to
man
That's
remember.
child.
insane.
I love it. I'm rooting for him personally because, his career in the NFL was kind of going downhill. He signed a 1-year deal this year with the Eagles, just kind of a prove it deal with them. And now is a first team all pro and one of their best defensive players.
And
So
he's going to get some big time bucks in free agency.
yeah,
I did not realize he was
yeah,
on a 1-year deal.
yeah,
I thought he had a great
yeah.
year. I thought he's had good years. I'm surprised that they didn't
He
sign
was
him.
with the Saints and yeah, it's just kind of going downhill a little bit. So
Well, he's shown how good he is this
huge
year.
breakout year. Yeah. All right, so let's get into our pick and pop. We'll stay with the Super Bowl. So these are our top three bets of the day for the Super Bowl. Cam's idea, so we'll let you start it off.
Okay. Yeah, this is our Super Bowl props. All right. Well, I'll go with my first pick and pop three. I am going with DeAndre Hopkins to be the first touchdown scorer in today's game. That's plus 2,100. So obviously, if you put $100 down on that pick, you'd win $2,100. So it's a long stretch. He's only had a
Okay.
couple receptions in his games in the playoffs here. I think maybe two or three in total. So he hasn't really been involved much in the offense. But to me, like DeAndre Hopkins, obviously a big time player, big time wide receiver in the past. I think he's going to step up in a big time moment today and kind of be that like surprise first touchdown scorer today at plus
I
2,100.
like it.
All right, nice. Okay, you're gonna have to explain the odds a little bit to me, Cam,
Yeah.
but I'm going Jalen Hurts with the octopus.
Okay.
I
Credit
had
to
that.
With
you
We
did?
always had the same.
Chloe, that's wild.
I know because I figured it was going to be a little tush push action, but go ahead.
Same. Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay, so it's plus 2,000 on FanDuel.
wait, what's the octopus?
Oh, let's
Oh,
explain it to him.
we'll teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's he scores a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion.
Okay. I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah. It's Jake's favorite bet, the
I like it.
octopus.
So he scores a
Yeah.
touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Don't ask me if it's on the same exact drive. I think
No,
it just
that's got to
right,
be
just
just
like
for
in
the
the
game.
game.
What's the odds
Yeah.
on it?
Plus 2,000.
Okay.
It's on the same drive. On the same drive. Any player to record an octopus scores touchdown and 2-point conversion on the same drive.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, I'm
Okay.
still taking him.
All right. I like it.
Okay,
I
so
like that.
can you explain plus 2,000?
So plus 2,000, like mine was plus 2,100. That plus 2,000 is if you throw $100 on that bet, you'd win 2,000 if you were to complete the octopus.
Should we go in, Chloe?
I'm going in.
If you threw $10 on it, you'd win 200.
Okay. Jalen Hurts octopus. All right, Chloe.
Okay. I'm going to do classic Gatorade. Right now, yellow, lime, green. That's what's up there, right, Cam? Minus
Yeah.
175. So, like, they're the favorite. I'm going to go orange. That's plus 850.
Okay.
So, not great odds, I would say, but I'm just sometimes confident with that orange in there. It's a good flavor.
I think we've had a
They
long
like it.
history. You could probably go back and see what's been poured on Andy Reid most of the time. I bet you it was
Exactly,
probably
because
yellow last year, obviously, if that's the case.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the trainers are going to go along with it, and they don't want to see yellow lime anymore. They
They
want to
went
see
the
orange.
orange.
All right, Cam. Or no, Chloe, you go again.
Okay, I'm going to do the coin toss. I'm just picking the easy ones.
Well, that's a fun one though because 50-50 is fun.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to say that the Chiefs are winning the coin toss. And should I give what they
Well,
win it
the
on?
coin toss is normally heads or tails, is what they bet on.
I know. Yeah, they did heads or tails or coin toss winner. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say heads.
Okay. Heads for the coin toss. I like it. I'm a
Okay.
heads guy when I do coin tosses as well.
Mhm.
Car?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, I need the odds because Cam's making me have the odds. But, okay. The bet that I want to bet on is the jersey number to score the first touchdown over or under 15.5. And I'm going over because it could be Saquon Barkley. So that was my main one. I think it could be under is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and under would be Patrick Mahomes too. But obviously the
Yeah.
running backs, it would be over for Kareem Hunt. It'd be under for Isaiah Pacheco, but it'd be over for Brown
Mhm.
on the Eagles.
Yeah.
No, he's number
So,
11. It'd be under actually. Sorry, it'd be under for Brown on the Eagles.
okay. Well,
And you're going, wait, which way are you going? Over?
yeah, Barkley's odds are by far the shortest. The safer bet is the first touchdown scorer jersey under, but I'm still going over.
I like
Um,
it. That's all right.
mm,
That's probably pretty even odds, my guess would be.
okay,
What does
yeah.
that
I
say?
mean,
Like minus
Travis
110?
Kelsey, um, it's I'm sorry, I don't see the odds. Oh, minus 115.
Yeah. So that's pretty much pick 'em.
Pick them over.
Okay. My second pick is the over 22 and a half rushing yards for Isaiah Pacheco.
Okay.
That's even money there. So over 22 and a half. Doesn't seem like a lot. I think he's going to get some more carries today. I know Kareem Hunt's kind of been controlling that backfield as of late, but I think Pacheco's going to get some carries, and I think he's going to burst one too.
Nice.
Burst one.
Is it my turn?
I think I'm snaking back for my third, right?
Okay, snake it.
Okay, and then my last pick here for the pick and pop three is Jalen Hurts under 225 yards passing today.
Okay.
I think they're going to put him
Yeah,
to
I
the
think that's a good
test,
bet.
and yeah, he's not going to get it done. He's going to go under that 225 number. That's plus 100.
Okay. I like my cross sports bets. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I think these are fun because it's not over after the Super Bowl. So Giannis points plus rebounds versus Jalen Hurts rushing yards. So Giannis's combined points and rebounds in Sunday's matchup against the 76ers or Jalen Hurts today. Giannis, it would be like 44 combined points and rebounds. So Jalen Hurts would need 44 rushing yards. And I think I'm taking Jalen Hurts.
You're taking
But
Jalen Hurts.
yeah, he's plus 2.2.5, and it's plus 115. So it's another pick 'em one.
Wait, but is there a number or is it just after? I'm sure probably what it is just after those
It
games
is
are played, whoever has the most either
yes,
Giannis points and what did you say, rebounds?
rebounds
Points and
combined.
rebounds or Jalen Hurts rushing yards.
Yes.
Okay. So
So I
44 is
think
not the
Jalen.
number.
No, it's not. But just like knowing that Giannis like normally
I got you.
would have
That would be his
44. I'm
average.
sorry.
And then Jalen Hurts probably average rushing yards just around the same.
Yes.
Okay. I got you.
I
Yeah.
like the cross sport bet.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Thanks.
fun.
Yeah,
Way to do
it's
your research.
but Giannis is minus 2.5, so he's favorite, I think. Yeah. All right, Chloe.
Okay, I am going to take a long shot here and pick Patrick Mahomes as the MVP.
Jesus. Coin toss MVP for Pat Mahomes.
He's plus 120, obviously, probably favorited in this case, and I'm gonna take him, of course. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I
smart
mean,
with my
actually,
bets
that
here.
I didn't realize he was plus money for that. Obviously, that they're talking about the Chiefs winning. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I like that pick. If the
you just like to
Chiefs
be
win, you
safe,
gotta
you know?
think he's going to be the MVP.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can pick position as well, and obviously quarterback is the favorite. So
I like it.
All right. That is our pick and pop 3.
I will go to Pato today, and I will place those bets for our group. So text
Okay.
me after this, and I'll throw like $5 on each of those or whatever.
Okay.
okay, I'm
We're
scared.
locked
And
in.
then we will circle back on them in our next week's episode.
And then
Okay.
do we Venmo you if we lose?
We'll see. Well, do I get your winnings if you win?
No.
Okay, so you can let me know what you want to throw on it. Otherwise, I get
I'll
the dip,
just
or we could split it amongst us three. Any of our winners, we could just do
Okay.
a dinner table win for all.
Okay. All right, dinner table win for all. Okay, so let's keep it moving. That was fun. Chloe and I are learning slowly but surely about betting. I know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why it's called Cam Locks.
yeah, Cam's locks, and we just steer them on, but we're trying.
Except I didn't know about the
Um,
octopus.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Credits, Jake. Okay, so let's talk about the NBA. It's been a crazy, crazy week. Obviously, here in Milwaukee, we had a huge trade trading away Khris Middleton. Do you guys like the trade or not?
I'm sad, but okay, here's my take. Let me dive into it before Cameron gets going here. So Khris Middleton has obviously been with the Bucks for a long time, and he's done a lot for the Bucks, and I think that it's sad to see him go. However, we do need to make some change, and then we make a change with some weak picks, in my opinion. So I don't think it was a successful trade. I don't disagree with the fact that Middleton needs to be out, but I disagree with who we brought in. And Kyle Kuzma, I don't think it's going to make as much of a difference as they anticipated. Now, I think like the picks or the trades have been crazy, and you're expecting like Luka to go somewhere, like you're just like that's insane. So I guess I'm maybe comparing it to what the Lakers got versus the Bucks. But yeah, that's kind of my take. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it goes, but I don't think it's the hottest trade
I think it's not a win now trade
mentality.
mentality. Like I don't think that's what they're thinking. Like I think they're thinking more about like down the line, like they had to get rid of Middleton's salary. But I think that's where they made the mistake because does this piss off Giannis? Like, does he want to leave? I just think like the Bucks need to be in a win now. Like this year we have Giannis and Dame. So I think that's where I don't like the trade.
I would agree with that, Car. But I also think it's not like definitely not a win now move. You know what I mean? Like it's
Okay.
not one of those moves where it's like they're just giving up on the season because Kuzma can provide a little bit of a spark and like knock on wood, he's known to be healthier than Khris Middleton. So,
Mhm.
hopefully he'll be around for the playoffs this year and can provide some minutes. I'm obviously sad, and I think all Bucks fans are sad
Hmm.
about the trade because like I'm like a huge Khris Middleton fan. I know there's people out there that are haters to it. I think it goes almost like 60-40 fans like of the Bucks are probably like either love Khris Middleton and then there's like 30 or 40% that like can't stand him because he's always injured.
Hmm.
But I'll just always love him for his playoff run during the championship and how good he was there. So it's sad to see him go
Even what he did last year
and even what he did
Mhm.
in the
last year. Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah. And he's just a big time player. Like
Yeah.
exactly if he's playing in the game, you're going to get, a bunch of points from him. So he's a beast. I'm sad to see him go. And like Chloe was saying too, Kuzma doesn't really excite me. Hopefully he's been playing a lot of bad basketball with the Wizards too over the last 3 years,
Mhm.
which like we all know, I mean, if you play bad basketball for 3 years, some of that's going to translate over to when you come to the Bucks. It's not like he's just going to turn around and just change
That's a
his
good
game
point.
completely. So we'll see. Hopefully he does because it would be great to fit him in there with Dame and Giannis and have him make some open shots and also create for himself. And he's got to be a scorer for us because that's what Middleton was, and we're going to definitely need that third option when playing against the Knicks and Celtics and those teams. So hopefully he can step to the plate. One of the things too that disappoints me a little bit is like, we just get rid of AJ Johnson too. So
Yeah, I was
uh,
just gonna say.
it's like, what are we doing with our draft picks? I mean, we haven't had a draft pick really work out. I can't remember when the last one was
Mhm.
that worked out for us. Maybe obviously um, Derry Bird, but
Yeah.
that might be the last one. And he was a late second round pick.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just sad. I'm just sad about the way Middleton went out too. I feel like he did so much for the Bucks, and he was injured. People kind of wanted to change, so I'm just bummed to see. I don't feel like we celebrated him enough. I don't know. It's kind of a sad way for him to go out. And then also just around the league, obviously it's been a crazy week, Jimmy Butler and whatnot. But the latest is so interesting that this trade with the Lakers got rescinded with Mike or Mark Williams. Sorry. And I feel like they were like, they needed him. So I think that's just like big news right now.
That is, Chloe. Do you see that?
No, can you explain?
So the Lakers were trading Dalton Connect for Mark Williams. Mark Williams from Duke, remember him? Big center
Yeah.
for him, and he's actually
Mhm.
been having a pretty good year with the Hornets. And so the Lakers traded for him, and the Lakers need a big man right now. And like Shams tweeted it out, it was going to go through, and then last night they rescinded the trade because I guess Mark Williams didn't pass his physical, right?
Yep. Didn't pass his physical. And now they can't do anything about it. The trade deadline's passed.
Yeah, so they can't get a big now, and also like Dalton Connect was literally traded, but now he's got to go back to the
Yes.
Lakers. Mark Williams, same thing, was traded, has to go back to the Hornets. So imagine those
It's so
situations.
awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dalton's just like on the plane now, like looking around, like
yeah, exactly.
they
Like
didn't
you
want
guys didn't
me.
want me here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You talked a little bit about the Jimmy Butler
Go ahead, Chloe.
situation. Did you see the fan like spill the news to like Tyler and Kevin Love?
Crazy how that's happening right now. I can't
I
believe
literally
that. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. They're like turning around mid-game asking him the details. Like Kevin Love's like, what year in the draft did we get or whatever? And they're like, haven't listed the year yet. And like this normal fan behind the
Did
bench.
you see that coach too? It was like, okay. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, locking on the game.
I like I can't believe that's the situation. Like they
Yeah.
just tell them that Jimmy Butler just got traded to the
Yeah.
Warriors.
It is such a like drama around the trade deadline every year with the NBA. I
They
think
need it.
it's brilliant by the NBA to do this
Totally. That's what I'm saying.
because it's
Yeah.
like a TV show. I mean, and literally like
Yeah.
Shams is the main character and you're like following his tweets and it just no other league does it like this where you could have a Luka Doncic go at the trade deadline who was just in the finals last year. It'd be like Patrick Mahomes getting
Yeah,
traded.
it's
You
crazy.
know what I mean? Like no other league does that. So just crazy around the trade deadline. Even to lose Khris Middleton is like, I mean,
Hmm.
and every year it's a bunch of stuff like this happens. So yeah, the NBA for everyone saying their viewership is down. There's definitely a lot of eyeballs and attention being paid to it on social media.
Smart.
Yeah. Well, and now you're like, okay, when do the Lakers play next? I want to see Luca. When do the Warriors play? I want to see
Yeah,
Jimmy and Steph together. So, like,
I
I'm back.
cannot
So,
wait for that. I cannot wait for that Dallas Mavericks matchup against um, the Lakers. Except, did you see that AD got injured?
yeah, I
Yes.
saw that last night. I woke up. I mean, I think I woke up to the news from it last night, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
Made of
out,
he
glass.
was
lower body
he was
injury.
he was balling too. It
Really?
looked like he
Wow.
just yeah no like he was like playing really well.
Oh, I was like, he was crying that
No,
hard.
no, 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 no. He was killing it, I should say. Yeah, he like was like the hell of a game, and then it looked like he just tweaked his groin or something.
Damn.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I have one quick thing I want to throw in there about Mike Woodson from Indiana. I'm just wondering how you guys feel about this because he announced he's leaving after the season and retiring, but
Wow.
we're still in the season. So I think it's just a hard thing. Like you guys played obviously college basketball. Like how would you feel if your coach said announced, he's stepping down after the season? He won't talk about it to the media or anything like that. They just put out an official statement. Indiana's struggling and they still have games to play.
I mean, as an underclassman who has more years left with him and probably went to Indiana because of him, I think that's disheartening. You're kind of like, what in the world? So you have that end of the team that's kind of like, okay, now my coach is leaving after the season and he just announced midseason, kind of weird. And then you have the other half who probably doesn't have another year to play and is like, okay, well, let's finish out the season strong for him and things like that. But I don't know. I would feel so like weird about it. It happens so much right now in women's college basketball. There's been a couple people mid-season head coaches that have gotten jobs with the WNBA and they leave mid-season and go. Utah coach this year leaves regular season out. She's coaching in the WNBA. So it's just I would feel so betrayed.
It's a tough one, I think, for the players, but for the program, I think that's the right decision because now they can already start focusing on who they're going to hire and kind of get a jump start on all the other teams. But then also,
Yeah.
now recruits know that Mike Woodson's not going to be there next year. And so, you can start building for your future a little earlier too, instead of like pulling wow, what am I blanking on the Virginia coach? Tony
Yeah.
Bennett. Tony
Mhm.
Bennett. Yeah.
Hmm.
Instead of pulling a Tony Bennett and then you're kind of just stuck in the off season like that if you do it too late and retire. But it's interesting. All these coaches who are a little bit up there in age, have shown to now retire a little earlier than they used to because of I think a lot of it has to do with the NIL stuff. And Indiana was
Hmm.
heavy in the transfer portal this past year, getting Ballo, and they brought in like a pretty expensive group of guys, and they have been big time underperforming. And and Mike Woodson's kind of been known for being an NBA coach and not much of a college guy, so he struggled with Indiana, his alma mater too. That's sad to see, but I'm actually like you want Indiana to be good at basketball, so I'm hoping they bring in someone electric for him.
And I'm not sure if you saw this either, but we talked about like reporters and their questions. Did you see them ask Dusty May
Yeah.
about the head coaching position in Indiana? And he's like, I love Michigan. And that's such an awkward question to ask.
Hmm.
Like
Is he an
right
Indiana guy?
after
Yeah.
I, yeah,
He went
He's an
there or
Indiana
played there?
guy. I think he played there because everyone is assuming that he will
Yeah.
take the coaching role. The Indiana like fans cheered for him at the game and stuff like that. So uncomfortable.
But it's like Michigan. I mean, you're kind of making a lateral move unless you are. He had to have played there, obviously, or
Yeah,
something.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um, all right, so let's keep it moving quickly. Give me your concern level on Marquette losing three straight games, 1 through 10. How concerned are you?
yeah, I mean, I would say probably right around an 8 concern level. I mean, not concerned for like they're not going to make the NCAA tournament. Obviously, they're going to be in the tournament. But like right now, we haven't beaten the best teams in the Big East. I mean, we've lost to St. John's, we've lost to UConn. We are 1-1 with Creighton. And, the rest of the Big East stinks, like we've talked about. So, it's almost like playing a mid-major schedule, and then at least this year in the Big East, and then you have those top level teams, and we haven't competed well against it. Even Xavier, we lost to at home too. So, like it's a little concerning that against the top level competition we're not playing our best, and then also like our inside presence has been nowhere to be found. So
Yeah.
that would be the most concerning part for me.
The inside presence. Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I did think that yesterday, I mean, they were all over the boards offensively. So we talked about the rebounding being an issue, but last night offensively, I was like, man, like they talked about that. They're in there 24/7, but again, like the capitalizing off of it. Like how many missed layups we're going to have underneath the basket after an offensive rebound? How many, so it's those kind of things that they got to start to turn around. And that's all the inside presence that we're talking about.
Finally, this
It was good to see
unrivaled
Cam get
league.
back on track.
It
Yeah,
was.
seriously.
It was, but they need more. They need more. Finally, this unrivaled league has had a hit so far, and you're telling me they're going to have a one-on-one tournament?
Yeah. So we talked about this a little earlier. The one-on-one tournament kind of has always been the case, but I just want to break it down a little bit more. So it's from February 10th until the 14th. Okay. So they have a spread coming up of a one-on-one tournament, and it announces the rules just recently. So 30 players will be divided into 4 different pods, with the eventual champion winning $250,000.
Okay.
So that's what the winner gets. The runner up will get 50 grand, and each semifinalist will earn 25,000. Okay. Then the winner of the one-on-one tournament with their 250 grand, they give their 3-on-3 team. So it's unrivaled league. They give their 3-on-3 team. Each player will receive 10,000 for
Nice.
just their teammate winning the one-on-one. So it's awesome. And fans vote for where the players will be seated in their pods. So the fans get the chance to be like, I want to see Enrique versus Ryan Howard, or I want to see, which I think that's like a good touch to it, So
Yeah.
they split them up into pod A, B, C, and D already, but then the fans get to vote on the seeds within those pods.
What do you know what what's the format, Chloe, of the one-on-one?
Yes. Okay. So rounds up until the finals will be single elimination. The games will be played to 11 points or 10 minutes. So first to 11 or the highest score after the 10 minutes ends. Okay. The finals will be the best of 3 series with the winning score for each game also to 11. And then it's traditional scoring with 2 or 3 points. And there will be 7-second shot clock for the possession, and the player keeps the ball. So it's make it, take it.
Nice.
Player that scores keeps the ball.
True
Nice.
one-on-one. You have to have it, make it, take it.
Yes, they have unlimited fouls. And if they foul on consecutive possessions in non-shooting situations, there will be a point awarded to the player on offense. So unlimited, but like if you're grabbing the player before they shoot the ball, obviously they keep the possession.
Any
of the ball.
dribble restrictions or no?
No dribble restrictions, as I see right now.
Yeah. That 7-second shot clock is nice. That kind of accounts for it then.
7
Yes.
seconds.
And then similar to the way the G League, and do you guys know how the free throw thing works for the G League? When I called the game, I had no idea, but then we read the rules, and
Oh yeah.
basically it's if you're fouled on a 2-point shot, you shoot 1 free throw, and if you make it, it's worth 2 points.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
then
you don't shoot the
same
next
thing.
one.
I kind of like that. It speeds up the game.
Yeah. So same thing. If you get fouled on a 3, you shoot 1 free throw, and it's worth 3 points. Which
I
is
like that.
Yeah. So it's the same. It's the same for this one-on-one situation.
The NBA has talked about going to that potentially.
It was interesting when I called the Wisconsin Herd game. I didn't realize that was a rule, so it was kind of interesting.
Nice. I want to see you two go one-on-one for some money.
Yeah, I would love it too.
Let's
Here
go.
in space.
Let's go one-on-one for our prop bet money.
We could literally go do some one-on-one downstairs. I think that would be a good thing.
We
We
win
could
all
put
of
a
our
seven
prop bets and
second
put it in the
second shot
pile.
clock. Yeah.
Do you think you could get a
Here's the
shot up against
situation.
me in 7 seconds?
I was just about to break down the game for a little bit. Everyone always asks, if you play one-on-one versus Cameron, who would win? Okay, let me explain. Cameron is obviously much faster than I am. Close out on him and he could zoom right past me. If I get the ball on the perimeter, he's got quick hands. So he's taking it from me when I do like a normal crossover. It's always the case. But when I get down to my level, to my sweet spot, right
Oh,
around right around the
Low block.
high post mid
she don't want to
area.
go down in the low
Um,
block car. She knows what's down there in that low block waiting for her.
no, when I get to the mid post area, it's tough for Cameron to guard me. I think what happens here is back in the day, he put on like 50 pounds of muscle at Marquette, and now he's lost all
Now it's
that.
30
And
pounds of fat. It's still there. It's still there. You're
and
not gonna
I'm
be putting me down there. It's dad bod now. So
and now I'm still freshly out of college, still got that muscle on me, and I think we could go.
who
We
plays more
could make it a
basketball now,
game.
me or you?
I know, man.
When was
Haven't
the
touched the
last
ball in
time
a
you
little
hooped?
bit. The summer.
She don't love it, Car. All right, what would the score be for you against Chloe in a game to 11? That's actually what I'm
11
more
nothing.
interested in. 11 nothing. Carly's not getting one
No,
shot in. What? Not one
no,
point.
that should be the bet. Like, you think you could beat me 11-0?
I'm not saying you're a bad basketball
No, no,
player.
no. I'm not taking offense to it. Like, there's no offense taken. I'm just like genuinely like, would you put like $500 down that you would beat me 11-0?
I genuinely would, just
Is it
because
make it take it?
unless you get some like lucky spin turnaround like shot or something like that, like I can't defend. But like other than that, like I feel like I don't know. I don't
You
think you
think
could
she would
get
get a
like a
shot
shot
up on
up.
you? Yeah, I don't know, Car.
I know. I'm really trying to think like what I would go to.
If we're
And it
playing
sounds
in the
like a
basement,
nightmare.
if we're playing in the basement, you'd have a little bit better chance because the rims are soft down there. Like you would have to throw something up like a fadeaway or like just something ridiculous.
I think we should do this. Like let's prop the camera up and like get going here.
I'm
I'd love
down.
it. We tried one year on Thanksgiving a little 2-on-2 tournament.
Did it end in tears?
McKenna was like in sixth grade, so she was so young. And you guys remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
when
think it
me
ended in tears.
when me and McKenna won.
Yeah. No, McKenna went upstairs and she was in her bed for the rest of the night.
But didn't McKenna and I win?
Yeah, I think he did win though.
And then Chloe started talking shit, probably.
Yeah, probably 100%. Yeah, got mad and started saying whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, Chloe, we'll let you have a day. You're going to the game today soon too, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. I'll let you
All
know
right.
how the game goes. Notre Dame versus Cal.
Have
Awesome.
fun. Good luck to
Okay.
Liza.
Thank you. Bye.
That's it for the dinner table. We'll see you next week.
Bye.